Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're about to do 15 most insane guns in action. Are y'all ready for this? Let's go, boys.
The Smith & Wesson Model 500 revolver is the most powerful 5-shot firearm in the world and fires the 50 caliber S&W Magnum cartridge. The round is 12.7 by 57.2 millimeters in size, and here's what a tiny 9 millimeter looks like next to it. Perhaps not the most practical pistol in the world, but certainly one of the craziest. If you're an avid gamer, you've probably seen this weapon in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Counter-Strike, and Resident Evil 5. But despite the revolver's popularity among video game designers, it's rarely used by soldiers in real life. The gun's recoil is so powerful that it can twist your wrist. Remember this scene from Men in Black? Well, that's what this Smith & Wesson does in the hands of an inexperienced shooter. And in rare cases, due to the round's large powder filling, the gun can even detonate in the shooter's hands. This monster is 199 millimeters long and weighs about 2 kilograms. And if one day you'll decide to slice a watermelon with this revolver, then I have bad news for you. Not only can it easily penetrate a car door, but also anything behind it. Several years ago, someone set the world record for the number of shots fired from an S&W 500 Magnum. Believe it or not, they were able to fire all 5 rounds from this hand cannon in just 1 second. This firearm was made for hunting big game such as grizzly bears. Famous military presenter R. Lee Ermey once even compared the Model 500's recoil to getting punched by Mike Tyson. Our advice would be to steer clear of anyone who owns this revolver. Here is the largest and most powerful Pfeiffer Zaliska 600 Nitro Express revolver. There are only 2 of these in the world. It weighs 6 kilograms, as much as 2 AK-47 assault rifles. The length of this monster is 55 centimeters. This model was developed by the Austrian designer Adolf Zaliska in 1995. The revolver was designed for the most powerful hunting round of its time, the 600 Nitro Express 15.2 by 76 millimeters. Firing this pistol is dangerous and very expensive. One shot costs between $70 and $100 depending on the country. This gun has been known to cause concussions for shooters not wearing proper ear protection. That shit is loud. For hunting African big game like buffalo and elephant. Until 1988, the 600 Nitro Express was considered the most powerful round, until it was replaced by the heavy-duty hunting cartridge, the 700 Nitro Express. This round is capable of knocking down a running elephant. Special double-barreled rifles are made specially to handle its insane recoil.
Oh yeah, exactly. Damn, yeah. Damn, yo.
Bullets aren't always
Let's go get a chiropractor now.
Sometimes the exact opposite is true. If you're not sure what we're talking about yet, then allow me to introduce to you the unique 700 Holland & Holland double rifle, a 2-barreled gun designed to withstand the tremendous recoil of the .700 Nitro Express hunting cartridge, which took 10 years to create. The cartridge has a size of 17.78 by 89 millimeters. With an initial speed of 590 meters per second, delivering 11,279 joules of energy, the bullet packs enough punch to knock down a charging elephant or rhinoceros in a couple of seconds, and it would take the animal at least a few more minutes to recover after such a blow. Here's what the 700 Nitro Express looks like next to other cartridges. Each round costs about $50, and the rifles that fire them typically come with astronomical price tags, starting at as much as $125,000. As a bonus, they also come with an unbelievable recoil. Look at how easily the 700 Nitro Express blasts bowling balls into smithereens. Oh, and how about bulletproof glass? Of course, it can handle that too. No wonder they call it the world's biggest elephant gun.
Damn.
Imagine a person going up against a tank with nothing but a pistol, getting both hands broken, and walking away. That is exactly what you would get with the Thunder 50 BMG, the world's only pistol capable of penetrating tank armor.
What the hell?
It's not even a pistol, but a hand cannon. Just look at how a round is loaded into it. From the name Thunder 50 BMG, gun enthusiasts know that the pistol was created for the famous 50 caliber bullet. That's the same caliber used in the Browning M2 machine gun or the Barrett M82 sniper rifle. This pistol really can pierce tank armor, but only at close range and in the most vulnerable places.
Okay.
The Thunder 50 BMG has never entered service. It has a very high recoil, capable of inflicting severe injuries to the shooter.
That's
the
about
only
right.
people interested in this pistol are weapon collectors who don't mind putting their hands to the test. 950 JDJ,
Wow, that's crazy.
24.1 by 75 millimeters. This is the largest round ever made
Big
for
bullets.
handheld firearms. This is what the bullet looks like after hitting a target. It is simply impossible to hold the rifle in your hands. It weighs 23 kilograms.
50
That's like 8
pounds?
M16
Holy
rifles.
crap.
The SSK 950 JDJ utilizes a special stop for shooting, but the recoil is always palpable.
Damn.
Only 3 SSK Fat Mac rifles were ever made. The 950 JDJ cartridge has been discontinued since 2014, so the cost of one shot is $80, and that number is
Eesh.
constantly growing, just like Bitcoin. This is what happens when you put optics on an anti-tank gun.
Sheesh.
The Anzio 20mm rifle is the most powerful anti-material rifle on the planet. It is capable of hitting a target at a record distance of 4.5 kilometers. For comparison, the maximum range of the Barrett
That's
M82 is
3.8
1.8
miles.
kilometers. The Anzio's barrel is almost 4
Damn.
times longer than that of the famous M82. This beast shoots 79 caliber 20 by 102 millimeter rounds,
That's
the same as the
crazy,
M61 Vulcan aircraft cannon. Their diameter is just under 5 centimeters. The armor-piercing bullets are capable of destroying an enemy inside of an armored vehicle. And if you need to blow something up, you can load an explosive bullet in the Anzio 20mm. This rifle would cause trouble for any tank, let alone a bulletproof vest.
Damn, it gets the
Do you know what a
Two.
truly powerful
Two.
rifle
It
is?
hits the third one.
14.9mm SOP. The rifle's bullet weighs about 110 grams and has 60,000 joules of muzzle energy.
That's crazy.
It's no surprise then that such a monster can easily pierce straight through a tree. I definitely don't
Damn.
recommend firing it from the shoulder because the gun would literally fly right out of your hands. It has an initial
Yeah.
speed of over 1 kilometer per second with a total effective range of 5 kilometers. And even at that distance, the bullet hits harder than a conventional heavy machine gun from 1.5 kilometers. So
Jeez.
basically, if you ever decide to go hunting for a
Damn.
T-Rex, don't forget to bring this rifle along.
Why did he even create that?
The Soviet
That shit is not
KPV
even
is an
necessary.
explosive mix of a machine gun and an anti-tank rifle. This demon can pierce armor up to 35 millimeters
our
thick at a
soldiers
distance
right now.
of 300 meters. Just take a look at the rounds that are loaded into the KPV. Those are 14.5 by 114 millimeter anti-tank bullets. They make the 50 BMG look like a little brother who needs to be taken to school. It is ideal for home defense.
Dude. Holy jeez. You gotta go in bursts.
Cartridges like these were used in Soviet anti-tank
Oh,
guns during World
damn.
War II. The KVP can engage targets at a distance of 2 kilometers and also fire at air targets at an altitude of 1.5 kilometers.
Oh my
Not surprisingly,
gosh.
the machine gun has been considered the most powerful in the world for 70 years. Another famous Russian machine gun is the Cord. It's the real Robin Hood in the world of machine guns. The Cord often has a scope mounted on it. Due to its
Wow.
high accuracy, it's
Really?
referred to as the sniper machine gun. The 12.7 by 108 millimeter caliber can strike the enemy through the walls of a building. At the same time, its relatively lightweight allows for firing
Really?
both with the stand and while being held. And
That's
its rate
nice.
of fire at 600 rounds per minute and mobility make the Cord machine gun simply a universal soldier.
That's very nice, actually.
And this is a GAU-8 Avenger, the most powerful aircraft-mounted gun in the world. And it's featured on the A-10 Thunderbolt attack plane. It fires a 30 by 173 millimeter cartridge, which is more of a projectile
Damn.
than a bullet.
Oh,
See
yeah.
for yourself. here's the GAU-8 cartridge next to a 7.62 by 63mm rifle round. And here's what the gun looks like next to a Volkswagen Beetle.
Damn.
The entire gun installation weighs an incredible 1,830 kilograms.
Okay.
That's as much as a white rhino.
Damn.
Even with such a huge caliber, the 7-barreled weapon's rate of fire is an incomprehensible 3,900 rounds per minute. This gun makes light work of even heavily armored vehicles, but the GAU-8 is capable of more than that. The cannon can level entire buildings, leaving behind nothing more than a cloud of dust. And here's what testing looks like in real time. Just a couple of seconds, and a huge military vehicle is turned into a piece of Swiss cheese. According to an urban legend, the cannon's recoil was so powerful that it neutralized the A-10's engine's forward thrust, so the attack aircraft had to be redesigned. But all of the rates of fire we've mentioned so far are a joke compared to this legendary American veteran. Of course, we're talking about the M134 minigun, the absolute record holder of rapid fire. In just 1 second, its 6 barrels can fire 100 bullets. That's nearly 3 full AK-47 magazines, and each cartridge measures 7.62 by 55 millimeters. The M134 minigun is capable of hitting the enemy up to 1.5 kilometers away, but it's most effective at close range. It's scary to even imagine being in the M134's
I love it when the
fire.
women are doing it too.
That's right. This car stands absolutely no chance against such a weapon. This machine gun would definitely be worth picking up for a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, definitely.
The M134 minigun is widely recognized as the greatest machine gun of all time and has made regular appearances in Hollywood movies, starting with the legendary Predator. It was also used as a portable machine gun in Terminator 2, after which it began to be used by all the buff guys in movies, because no one else could carry 39 kilograms. And here's how the gun looked in the games Call of Duty and Fallout. In real life, the M134 minigun's red-hot barrels look even cooler. But the M45 quad minigun is a weapon you'll never forget. Its core consists of 4 miniguns that can fire up to 12,000 rounds per minute. Whether there are any plans to produce the M45 quad for any practical application is currently unknown. So for now, all we can do is sit back and enjoy the show. The M65 was the world's first atomic artillery piece and the most powerful mobile cannon in American Army history.
Somebody texting me, and they in the same house as me.
One such weapon could easily wipe out a whole enemy division, about 17,000 men and their gear. Nicknamed Atomic Annie, it used W9 shells with a length of 138 centimeters. These shells weighed 364 kilograms. The M65 could fire an atomic warhead a distance of 24 kilometers. The shell would not hit the ground, but rather explode in midair, which increased its destructive radius.
Really?
As an M65 cannon weighed 42 tons, it was transported by 2 special trucks.
Sorry about that, I had to be a good boyfriend. Back to the video. 15 minutes
after firing its round, the Atomic Annie could be moved to another location, making it hard for the enemy to detect.
Wow.
In 1936, Adolf Hitler wanted the largest artillery weapon in human history and was willing to shell out 10 million Reichsmarks for it. So Gustav Krupp designed the Schwere Gustav for him, a giant 80-centimeter, 1,350-ton railway gun.
Oh, that's
the weapon fired 7-ton armor-piercing shells, 2 tons of which were just the gunpowder. A single shot was capable of destroying an ammunition depot buried 30 meters underground with 10-meter concrete walls, or just leave behind a crater the size and depth of half a tennis court if they missed. It took 106 railway cars and 5 trains to transport the 47-meter weapon, along with all of its equipment and crew, a column that stretched the length of 17 soccer fields. It took 250 people 54 hours of round-the-clock work to assemble the cannon on site, but not before 4,500 workers laid the rails to the correct location.
That's a little bit too much.
The weapon's strike range reached 39 kilometers, so during its only use on Sevastopol, the artillery piece was placed 25 kilometers away from the city. But due to 740 meters error in accuracy of launches, the strikes were ineffective. It also took 45 minutes to
Damn.
prepare and load the gun, and
See,
only
look, that's
14
way
to
too
16
much.
shots could be fired per day. For that amount of money, they could have produced 250 units of 150mm howitzers, which would have been more useful. But
Way
who
more
cares?
useful.
Well, the biggest artillery piece ever used in combat in 1942 was destroyed in 1945 so that the US military couldn't get their hands on it. But here's another version of it in the video game Battle Strike: Force of Resistance. In spite of the name, the American Little David mortar was the world's largest. With a caliber of 914 millimeters, it still holds the record for the world's largest caliber artillery piece. Just one of these, with a barrel that was 7 meters long, weighed 36 tons. It was so huge that several people could fit inside it. Just look at what the Little David shoots
hell
off.
do they fire
This
that? 'Cause
gigantic
it's
shell
like
is taller than a
shockwave.
typical adolescent male. It weighs 1,678 kilograms, and half of that weight consists of explosives. Look at what a crater is left in the earth after a Little David shell hits. It is 4 meters deep and 12 meters across. However, no actual application in wartime was ever found for the Little David. This mortar could only shoot a distance of 8.5 kilometers. To fire off a single round required a whole 12 hours of preparation. A weird
Bro,
and amazing
that's why it didn't get
military weapon,
used.
but not a very practical one.
Bro, that had to be the first shot in starting a war.
And that's all. We hope you enjoyed the video. Write in the comments
crap,
which
dude.
weapon surprised you the most.
Wow. Dude. That pistol? That armor piercing pistol? It's probably which one that surprised me the most. That's crazy, bro. They made a pistol, a freaking one-shot pistol. Wow. Damn, that was cool. It's been a while since I even saw guns, a multitude of guns in action like that. Thank you guys for watching though. I'm out. Peace.